Hey everyone, Dragon Cowboy here, coming to you live from the Dragon's Den for a nerd night in the world of Kataria with the Wildcards group. And
we all think the name fits for Friday.
these are the Wildcards of the three campaigns indeed, as to what could happen at the end. But with that, I do want to thank Sin of Anubis again for rating me. And as such, I know he was playing Phantasy Star Online 2, which has just recently come out on Steam, free to play. I can agree with them that it can be a confusing game, but a very enjoyable game. So hopefully y'all can check that out. Who knows when he'll play it again. Awesome guy. He's been getting ready for Night of the Necromancers. I finished making the second legendary weapon for that. So, yeah, we're definitely making sure we have all legendary weapons for Night of the Necromancers. But, on to more immediate things. This month, it's for NAMI. We are raising money for the National Alliance on Mental Illness. Yes, I finally got it right in my head, people.
Huzzah.
So, with that, please check them out. Great organization that helps with mental illness. If you was here last week, when I started a year earlier with my national mental health testimony, you all would understand why I really believe in this group and what it does for the world. And it is worldwide, so please, definitely, if you can, donate $1. As I say, every dollar counts, like every point of damage in D&D. You'd be surprised what that 1 point of damage could make or break on a fight. But with that, I'm on. Well, one other thing. Also for naming this month, starting the night of the 21st on Friday when we go into midnight to Saturday the 22nd to midnight, we will be doing a 24-hour stream team run. I will be probably closing it out on the 22nd, as if you'll see down in my schedule of events, part 3 of our special Witcher series. And as such, I try to have stories kind of correlating with our charity. So, everyone already knows it's going to be something dealing with mental. As to where it goes from there, not going to say. Also, tomorrow, hopefully everyone remembers I have a meeting set up. So, make sure we have our Witchers that's going to be there set up and ready to go at level 15. So, now with all the announcements out of the way I've got, let's let our streamers here in chat talk about their channels. Wolfie, you go ahead and go ahead.
No, why me first? Anyway, I'm Wolfie. On Twitch, it's Wolf_Abby_Labuza. But I draw a lot of the sub badges and emotes for both Dragon and Beacon. Some of those I actually did. I am working on a fashion portfolio, and I'm taking you guys, the viewers, along with me for that ride. Answering fashion questions or just bullshitting. One of the two.
We're not sure which.
No, I never am sure what it is. But I also play games with these lovely bunches of people. And tomorrow I will be streaming at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with Shauna17. We're doing some more Don't Starve Together. We finally have a game that won't screw us over. finally got that achieved. But I'll see you all there. So come check me out. Hit the follow button and notification so you do know when I go live.
All right. Lean.
Hello, I'm Aline Re10 here and on Twitch, Granther Aline on YouTube. I play a variety of games. I recently have done Beyond Two Souls and Until Dawn, and I am planning on streaming tomorrow a bit more of Primal. And since Woofy will be streaming with Shauna tomorrow, I would be able to write into them. So I normally start my stream around noon Central Time. So until then, you have all these other amazing people you can watch. Go ahead, Fuzzy.
Okay. Hello. I am Penberg67. I play a wide variety of games. From puzzle games like Tetris to adventure games like Spyro to tower defense games like Bloons to even card games. Along with a huge variety of others. At this current point in time, I am unable to stream due to some technical issues on my end. But once I'm able to get all of that sorted again, I will be sure to let people know. Until then, you have all the other amazing streamers here on the channel, including Bcon37 over here. Go ahead, hun.
Okay, good. I'm not getting bombarded by zombies anymore. It's nice. But anyways, Beacon here. I played the game gifted to me by Diablo. Thank you, Diablo, for it, by the way. Bastine Stoke. That's a name. But yeah. Basically, it was labeled as a roguelike. It's not a roguelike. It's a puzzle. It's a zombie puzzle. So, run from zombies, don't get nommed, and hope you can find a whole bunch of stuff. So, yeah. The 5th level was really difficult. So, that. And then Monday, I am going to stream a Souls-like game. Let's see. Do I dare go back to Path of Redemption? I don't know. I might. Not feeling the blocking on Surge 2. Don't do it. So we'll see what game I end up choosing.
Yeah. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Trap. It's a trap.
It's a tarp.
The problem is I need to be cool like everybody else and get a PSO2 or Phantasy Star Online 2. So we'll see what happens there. That'd probably be a Tuesday game. And then I will give an update about Bastine Stoke by Tuesday. As I said, I might do it with Fuzzy, so we'll see what happens. So until then, it's time for another Orb of Destruction. Go ahead, Dragon.
All right, Beacon. So yeah, definitely check out all these great streamers, everyone. As such, and with that, as Beacon was saying, another orb of destruction for this group to get. As their your demon leader, Ben, is wanting them for a special portal system to help fight Baal's Wrath. So with that, let's get into the world of Kataria after dark.
Bum, bum, bum.
So last time we were with this group, the first orb that they went to get on this world that Ben's been sending them to. They got it with some difficulties. Luckily, Savanka and Sakaria didn't suffer any long-term repercussions from holding the orb for too long, as they were running out. As such, they returned that orb. It's being sealed up, and hopefully no bad weathers happen at Calfrium's castle.
Am I the only one hoping for bad weather?
Yes.
Yes, Helena Frostwood. Of all of them, Helena, yeah. But
That's who Helena is.
Yep.
So they go and get the second orb, which is a huge orb that Helena and Beat have to carry together to get out of there. As I say, it's about 5 foot in diameter and not light.
No, that is not light at all.
But due to the fact they fought in their protective clothing to carry this orb out, the clothing got damaged. So, though Helena, very strong-willed, very hardy from that, holding that orb, didn't take any sort of problems from it. Heath, on the other hand, he just lost his mind, went so primal that he was just trying to eat anyone and everyone there. And they had to chain him up for a few days. So while he was kind of chained up in the room, they didn't put him in the dungeon. They were trying to be a little bit civilized about this, but the way things were. Dramon and Sakaria went and got some extra supplies from one of the other cities, actually the capital of the Free Alliance, as that was about the best place to go. And while they were there, they were definitely getting the rumors that Atreya White was looking for them, as she is called in this world of theirs that they're in. So, no telling what could happen from that. But they're back on Calfrim's Island, not worried about that as much as they're getting ready for a final orb. And how they're going to plan to exactly do it, as they are going to try to stealthily covert into it, as they found out that the world of Qatari they've been going to is a little more of a, let's just say, mastery and slavery type of deal. Even though it might not be exactly those terms, it's what it is there. And due to they're all of races that would be considered more on the slave side, they're definitely going to have to be careful. So with that, you had decided you were going to do it covertly. And you had already gotten the scrolls of invisibility, some other things, along with some more powders for some vodka for emergency cases. As she was going to go with you on this one too, since you're doing it covertly. Any RP still on Calfrim's Island before you go, or what exactly? As you know, it is in the Mages Guild.
Ooh, fun.
Luckily, you have someone that knows the Mages Guild. And it's been assured that this is still the same layout that your Jamon would know by heart, having gone to school there. As such, so maybe why you're deciding to do this covert-wise, and you're going to go there basically when it's nighttime. about almost close to the midnight hour to go in, as there's a curfew in that city. So if you can go in quietly, as you're going to be teleported right outside the main city wall. But luckily for Jamon, this is easy knowledge for him to remember. There was always a couple of secret ways in from the outside. So Jamon would know where they were at. And Jamon has basically let the group know where that is exactly. So, what any last RPs and all before this teleport would happen after your more rest? So everyone is definitely rested up, ready to go.
I don't have a RP, but I do have a question about the cloak that we have. How long does that last?
1 hour.
Well, I would just be thinking in my head what to do and such. And I just would probably get a bit cocky, be like, I know this school. Why am I worried? Even with these idiots in there and all that. Difference between Bastille and German. Of course. Bastille gets cocky at times, but German, it's more apparent.
Yeah, well, in this circumstance, yeah. Jamon's really getting overconfident, because if I remember, Bastille was not very confident in when he was taking something from the Mages Guild himself, so you're almost wishing he was here with you right now.
Yeah. Oh, well.
German would feel a tap on his shoulder.
No biting.
That's why he tapped.
Well, if you said the OOC, okay, that's great. But what does Veeth say to that?
That's why I tapped. But I have a question.
What is it?
Should I come?
I don't know. I'm not you. I mean, I could give a simple answer and you'd be some kind of distraction and stuff, but that wouldn't necessarily be all great, now wouldn't it? Because you make me feel very complex. Hopefully you understand what complex is.
Complex is complex.
You come if you feel like it. Just don't get in my way if I want to do something. Understand? And also, again, don't bite me.
That side of me is away.
You don't know what we're going to be messing with. Just saying.
Correct.
And with that, I would just either walk away or whatever, get ready to go. So,
All right. So, Zakaria, Helena, anything you wish to do last minute here, RP wise, or
Just for a funny, I can see it now. You're so overconfident that you're just going to die. Because you're going to miss something. It's going to be hilarious, too.
Veeth is going to poke you in the nose.
What? It's true.
He has a clawed finger.
So,
And if he misses something, you might.
I mean, I live on danger. It is my essence.
I thought you lived on boar.
I live on both, damn it!
Mainly boar and popcorn, though.
Yes, mainly.
Sikaria is going to turn to Sylvanka and say in Thieves' Cant, I hope there's no black hearts there.
I'm pretty sure they're not, but who knows what else is going to happen in Thieves' Camp.
So when are we going?
Well, that's the thing. This was like the last minute, so finally, let me make sure. Just so everyone knows, Voice Mod did update, so I've got to make sure I have the right keys still set. Because I actually did something to one of mine I used that is actually for Ben. And I'm hoping it's not active.
I'm gonna kill them on this. But anyway. I'm gonna save that. How do I save it? Either way, Ben would come up to y'all. Well, ready to go? Because I figure the way the timing is, this would be perfect time.
Let's do it.
I'm good.
All right.
German is team lead.
Okay, what did you say? I think I have you down too low.
German is team leader.
Of course, you inflate his ego, so he says, of course I am. Something like this, most definitely.
Ben's kind of like smiles and then.
As it is, let's go ahead and have you get there.
So with that, y'all kind of gather around them as this nice icy mist starts forming around you.
Pete puts his coat on.
The old temporary piece de resistance to deal with the nice icy weather.
Is it finally, you know you're moving, or you feel like you've moved. As the mist starts slowing down, you're outside a wall. And you look behind you, there's plenty of trees and all that way off in the distance. Otherwise, it's a desolate field around the city, which is almost common for Turok in any world, it seems. Except for maybe a handful. So, with that,
I will wait your signal to get you. You'll need to be outside the Mages Guild as there are enchantments to block certain things. But wherever you come outside the Mages Guild, I'll come and get you.
Alrighty. Yep.
With that, he kind of disappears out of sight. So, for Jamon, you need to just kind of do a perception check with advantage.
So, of course, this will be 2 rolls. This is a serious roll, in my opinion. So, here we go. Yep, I was feeling that. And then... I'll see how this goes.
You actually, your 13 is high enough for you. So, knowing where you're at exactly, it doesn't take you long to spot where the secret door to go underground is, to go into the Mages Guild. Luckily, it's still camouflaged the same way as the other Katarias have it with their Mages Guild.
That was easy. Yep, this won't be a problem. Of course, Sicaria, you do the honors. Open it up. I'm so nice. No, I'm not.
Sicaria would just smile and she would actually do as instructed.
So as Sicaria is opening up the door, luckily there's no traps on it per se. So Vanka does look at Jamon. So is there any traps that we should be worried about down there?
Alright, so let's see. Want me to do history? Want me to do...
History would be it.
Okay. So history, see, and here we go. Alright. How much do I remember?
You realize there are traps, but you do remember that with that doorway, they had problems with like animals coming up to the wall, setting off the trap so much. That's why it's not trapped there.
So why that door isn't rigged with something that will blow up your everything is because animals would go up to it and be like, "Ooh, I want to play," and then they die. It's kind of hilarious, really. Nice little rat skeleton one time when I went down there. Yeah. Janitors are kind of busy at times. But yes, anyways. There'll be traps. Probably around there. I give specific whatevers. And,
well, you can't really give the full specifics. You know there's traps down there. You just don't know exactly where now.
Yep. So there you go. They would know that. Your turn.
So, is Sicaria going to go ahead and go down the ladder as this is a ladder entrance?
Yes, she would.
All right. Savanka would probably go in behind you. Who's going to follow them down?
I will.
Okay. And
Vaith will follow.
Okay.
I'll bring up the rear.
Okay. So, as you get down there, It's quite dark. But this is the underground tunnel entrance, so of course it's going to be dark.
Goggles.
Heavy, nice little goggles. Wish I had these when I went here. Oh, the regrets. Oh, well.
Yeah, well, as you had talked about, as you put the goggles on, yeah, there are skeletal bones around this entrance. Down here, animals, per se, had died.
Oh, look. Consistent in every world. As I laugh at their dead bodies.
So
That's it. Oh, good.
with that, since Zakaria is taking the lead per se, perception check.
Well, before she does anything like that, she's going to grab a bone for Shadow.
Alright. Alright. Okay. Yeah, you get the bone for Shadow, hold it up to where he's at, since you obviously don't have him in the amulet that you usually put Shadow in when you're in fights, as he's still on your shoulder. Give him the bone and he just goes just chews through this bone like it's nothing.
And then I basically don't see anything, it looks like.
So, as you and Sabanka are kind of like in the front, can't really go shoulder to shoulder, but you can kind of like be able to stagger yourselves a bit. As you're going, all of a sudden you just feel Sabanka like just grabs like where your belt would be and all, and just like pulls you back.
I would look at her and say, "You see something that I don't you?"
Yeah, and if you would have kept walking, I hate to know what would be set off, as it's an arcane symbol.
Can I look at this specific trap? Maybe identify it. Maybe.
You're welcome to use Arcana. As I did say, it had runes on it. Zakaria and Savanka, of course, can also do their own trap inspections. They are to be, which is survival.
Sorry, what about survival?
Survival is the statting now for traps and such, and also disarming them instead of investigation. We've been having just to explain things. Why this has changed a bit with me. We've had a long debate in a certain set of forums I'm in, and we finally decided that it should go under survival, as usually rogues don't have the statting into intelligence or proficiency for investigation, so we kind of made this call a while back. in our circle. So, with this, Jermon, you're looking at it and realize that if this thing was to go off, this is the flooding one. It would flood this tunnel.
Good catch, Sylvanka. This was the flooding trap. Oh, that poor little... I want to call him a freshman. That poor little freshman that drowned like a little insignificant bugger.
Yeah, Savanka's like, yeah. I would say that would be the case. Sicaria, basically, you know it is this kind of trap now that you had it kind of pointed out to you quite easily. And as such, there is a way to kind of have this disarmed with the way it's set up. There's like a where you drop like certain pins in, which is part of a thieves kit. Luckily, as I stated, in World Kataria, you have like arcane pins that you can put into certain spots. You just have to know which ones and such. So you're welcome to make a survival check to see if you can disarm it with advantage, as Savanka is helping you. That was the DC, so you made it. Though, let's just say you get it done, but it is so... This is so integral work that even Savanka has to kind of like grab your hand just to steady it a bit at one point, even.
I would turn to Sylvanka and say thank you, and then turn to the rest and say the trap's disarmed.
Veith would give 2 thumbs up.
Seeing you do that, I'd be like, well, at least you're growing there, Sicaria. As I look at Veith, it's like I'm not giving just 2 primitive thumbs up like that.
And Sabanka would have just kind of replied, anytime, love. She's kind of, there's a relationship between Sabanka and her, and she just, with that, you're moving ahead again. You go for about another 200 meters. I need another perception check. Sicaria, as you're still kind of in the lead here. Okay, so you actually see where there's a stairwell to go up. Though, it's that all you're noticing, you didn't notice anything else. Luckily, Savanka's staying close enough to you to just kind of like, maybe this time just reaching around your waist and just pulling you back before you try to start going up the stairs.
I would smile at her again and say, something else I've missed, huh?
Yeah, though this one is in a tricky spot. And you'll see her kind of just go over to right at the base of the stairs and start looking. And for you now, Sakaria, as your eyes are pulled to it, you're seeing several arcane markings. Very light, though. This was really hidden.
I would point it out to the rest of the group and say, I even missed that.
Well, you see, this place is about learning, Sakaria. And say hi to Professor Sylvanka.
I got something I really want to say on this. I really do.
Go for it. Go for it.
All right. Sylvanka just kind of looks back at you, Jermon. Oh, that would be head mistress.
Oh, you could be my head mistress any day.
So, again, Jermon, you're welcome to do an Arcana check to see if you can maybe recognize what this trap could be.
Let's see, do my flirting check. Let's see, Arcana. 23.
Yeah. So, as you kind of get close, you realize, oh, yes, dual firewall.
Oh, this is a fun one. This is a dual firewall spell. Of course, instead of my flames, they do these like boring like red flames, and it's like it's not even fire, it's just red crap.
Red crap that could actually burn you alive. Let's be honest.
Sakaria is going to just smile and say, who wants to set it off so we can have a fire bath?
Beef, no.
See, now I wish I had...
Beef is just going to look at you and says, I don't want cooked.
I thought you were going to bite it. Anyways.
And here I thought I would have a corn on the cob that I could cook and become popcorn. That would have been awesome. Damn it!
Well, why didn't you bring the actually, Kataria, corn on the cob would be that wouldn't be too hard. So you just roast it. So okay, I think it's viable. So yeah, I'd be like, well, why didn't you bring some fresh corn then?
I did, and I'm very upset about this. Damn it!
And yet you have that never-ending bucket of popcorn, and you want to make more.
Yeah, she's eating out of the popcorn bowl too. Okay.
Greedy little demon.
Yes, I am.
So.
And I just saw chat with what they were talking about too.
So, anyway, Zakaria, would you like to try to disarm this trap?
Yes.
Alright, you've got advantage with Savanka. This time around, maybe it's just jitters that you got over your jitters, and now it's like you just in no time flat. This trap's disarmed. You barely need any help from Savanka as you're doing it this time.
Or maybe Sakaria had a lot of time with these type of traps.
That could be it too. Never know. And in fact, so much so that you realize by disarming it, there would be an alarm, but you know how to deactivate the alarm even. So you did double action it with that roll.
Beast.
So I'm waiting for...
So the trap and the alarm both are down. Who would like to go first?
If you're saying that out loud, I'd just be like, I've just been having fun watching you, really. I mean, you've seen what I've been doing, just pointing out traps and such. So, I mean, you're the expert disarmer, so...
With that, Arya would just roll her eyes and then go up the stairs.
Sablanka would just kind of like... just follow in right behind Sicaria. So as you come up, you open up this door and walk on up and look around. It's definitely quiet hallway here. And where you're coming up at, you're not sure. Someone else would have to make the guess or check on that.
Sicaria would turn to German and say, "Oh, German, I think this is your place now, so where are we?"
Oh, let's see where you led us. Sorry, I was strolling down memory lane. So, history check. Here we go. 19.
So, Dramon, as you come up, it's automatic. You know you're in the what would be considered like confiscated illegal goods areas. That you remember it to be. Also, some investigative work on magic items and such. So you're definitely in a good area that you think the orb would be at. Unless they're using the underground ritual chambers, which you find kind of odd if they would be using that this time around.
So here's the thing to actually get serious here. There's this place and an underground ritual chamber that they would keep the orb. I believe this time it would be around here because there are confiscated goods and there are items that need to be investigated, all that good stuff, yada, yada, yada. Let's just keep looking around, see what we find. If we're actually, completely clueless and we're just walking around in circles like some freshmen, then we'll go down to the ritual chamber. Sound good?
Sicaria would look at you and say, "So there are toys in this room that we could use?"
I'm not looking and I could care less about this goal. Have fun. People should get incentives when they're able to disarm traps. I mean, whatever.
So am I doing... I'm going to be looking around.
Alright, so you coming up in a hallway. Before anything else, I'm going to ask a question. Okay. Have you decided to use an invisibility scroll yet?
Forgot about those. I got a little carried away about that.
We're all smart here.
Okay, Dragon, I'll answer this with this. What are characters, if they had brain cells, think about this at this point?
I would think so, due to the fact Dramon and Zakaria did go buy them and such. They would have them on hand.
Okay, well.
All right.
We're completely prepared.
Yes.
With that 1 second. You can keep going, though.
So, yeah, you're all invisible. So, you do have a advantage on your stealth checks, as well as your extra bonus thanks to a certain tattoo that's accessible still on Savanka. When did Nebmir get here?
Surprise!
Nebmir, back to Kara.
Stop talking like Kaizen and get back to your own time.
Okay. Proper stealth check this time.
Alright, well, this is with advantage.
Oh, okay.
1d20. Okay, I take the 19.
I take 15.
Alright. Alright, so it's actually 25, 33, 29 so far. So, Dramon, stealth check with advantage.
Oh, that's the rolls. Okay. Yeah, I thought I had some code to memorize for a second. Alright, stealth check with advantage.
Yeah, you did miss it that Nebmir showed up talking like Kaizen for a moment.
I'm pretty sure I'm not here. I'm pretty sure I'd be clueless about this mage school. Just saying, bro.
Much like Vith is right now.
I don't think I helped much. Oh, I miss the school sometimes. Get my little musical.
Luckily, that's a 15 for you. Yeah. And average-wise, yeah, the others are helping keeping you quieter.
Mm-hmm.
So Vodka probably gives some dirty looks to you a couple times, because at least with your invisibilities, you know where each other is, and she just kind of gives this dirty look to Dramon a couple of times, like, if you're so happy-go-lucky, why don't you lead us?
I don't know. You got any of that, oh wait, she forgot it. So sad. Can't have any of that corn on the cob. Whoop, almost knocked that over.
Alright,
I didn't forget it. I just should have brought it.
She's got her popcorn bucket, just eating popcorn. And it's more solid eating her popcorn than Dramon is about to knock stuff over.
Yeah, the girl eating popcorn is quieter than everyone else. Or is a quiet person.
Well, he's a quiet person. I wouldn't say
than everybody else.
I wouldn't say it by everyone else. I mean, Savanka and Veeth are like the quietest of the bunch, with Zakaria right behind. And then you. And then it's loud Dramon.
At least you could trust me to be quiet for a bit.
Keyword there.
Which is a
Okay. So,
A bit.
with that in mind, just so you know where you come out at and where you are. Nice map is open. And I will have it up on stream in just a moment. Just so everyone knows what's going on. All the tokens that's over on the side, on the other side of that wall, that's just a token hold. As to, for me to be able to put tokens where they go. So, exactly where are you wanting to go, Sicario? You're kind of leading the group, and obviously Jermon's just being happy-go-lucky unless you can get info out of them.
So, Jermon, which way should we go from here? You know this place better than anyone else, I'm sure.
Everything is an illusion, you see. I'm kidding. Hold on a second. Okay.
You know the general section you're in. You're just not sure which room it might be in. So, maybe a history check can help you a little closer. Thinking about...
No.
No. Nope. Yep. Yeah. So, Jermon, as you start to... It's like... Oh, crap. It's one of those moments you just lost the thought.
Did I ever tell you sometimes I have this weird fog? It's kind of like her father. It just like penetrated my mind with all the fog. And then, yeah. It's kind of cold and it's weird. Pick somewhere.
So, let's go to the side and go to one of those stores.
So, you're going to go to the side. Oh, there you are. Okay. Well.
So, yeah, let's go to that door and we'll go into that one.
All right. Well, you going to check the door or you just going to open it right up?
I am going to check it.
Okay. Checking for traps.
Yes.
All right. That's a survival check then, if you're looking for traps on it. All right. Yeah. This store is actually heavily trapped. As a
I would...
Go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
Savanka would be kind
I
of
would...
be whistling about it, but go ahead now. Sorry.
I would point out the traps to the rest of the group.
What kind?
A lot of these are arcane rune styled into the door, even around the keyhole and all.
So something Veeth can't do. Or read. Veeth just kind of looks at it and then looks at...
If you're going to look at the door, make a perception check. See if you actually maybe read a sign on the door.
Let's see if I can read. Perception. Nope.
No. So Veith would probably had to come up to about here to be able to pull this off. Getting someone in, you're closer. You want to be on the top or bottom of, or beside Jermon or above Jermon? There, Alina.
Beside.
Okay.
Steal some of your popcorn.
Popcorn buddies.
All right. Sakari, do you wish to maybe read the door on the perception?
Yes, I will try to read the door.
There's a reason why there's a perception check going on this. Jermon, do you want to come up closer to read it, or are you just going to...
So I'll just be like, fine. Can't even have a snack break. Jesus.
Snack break is mine, not yours.
Takes some of the popcorn, burns it a little bit, throws it out. You objection. Anyways, can I roll a history instead of perception, or does that have to be perception?
You can roll both.
Okay, thank you. Ha.
All right. From your memory of the Mages Guild, this would be a research room on items. But it doesn't make sense it being this heavily trapped. So you want to roll a perception to try to read the door.
Yeah. $14. Worse.
That's actually the DC for this.
Oh!
God, that was...
Nailed it.
Yeah. So as you come up, you realize how there's even this arcane energy going over the door, making it hard to read. And even though in your memory this is a research on items, the sign has been changed. There actually was like research above, but it's been like blacked out with the new sign. Special orb of Extrix. Now, Extrix is a name. And
Is it a known name?
well, that's a good question.
The question is, would Jermon say that name out loud for all of us, and we'd have to roll to find out if any of us knew about it?
That's up to him. But yeah, so so for that one, can I roll on that name?
You can roll history on that name, yes.
Okay. Because this is where that whole paradox crap happens and all that and fun and wee 20.
You remember Estrix. Indeed. He probably schooled you in some of the research on items and such. And, yeah. A hard ass. Definitely one you did not want to cross because he used magic to discipline at times to make you pay attention.
Oh, the memory. I having this one little sophomore be like, I forgot to do my homework. Quiet, you. There's no excuses in class. Dominate mind. Has him like starts hitting his head on the table. I'll describe that scene. It's like he looks like such a fool, and he had a big old mock on the desk. Even, you don't cross this teacher's path. He used magic to discipline you, but they changed the mock on this door, and this would be to research items and all that. So it says orb on it. So be careful disarming it. That's all I gotta say. So. I hope that desk is still there.
Probably in your world that you're from. So, this door can be done, but it will take more than one check. Zakaria.
Okay, so how many would I have to do?
4.
Cheapest.
And luckily, you have Savanka helping. Why, it's 1 less. And that was already a success. So you have to at least get 2 successes here. Or all hell breaks loose. You do have advantage on these.
Advantage.
Yes, you will have advantage on all these, so. Alright. So, yeah. It's hard work because this is all in the key locking that you're having to disarm each one of these, and it's so.
GG.
Don't even bother from here on out with a crit. I reward crits very nicely. So, you might have a bead of sweat even start coming down your forehead, because this is integral work. Really, Savanka is only able to be like a spotter for you in what you're doing, as it's a one-person job. I do not know a character of that name.
Objection.
Even though I'm thinking you mean Zakaria for that one. Right. But you finally, as Jamon's watching, Jamon's in tune with magic, so he can see this happening. Helena would have to make a check if she was even interested in it.
Into what? What?
That would be a no.
Yeah, she would. That would be a no, obviously, about paying attention about the magic just fading from a door.
I'm concentrating on other things.
Yeah, eating popcorn. Okay, we got it. Beat is not into the magics like that, so of course he wouldn't really notice.
Nope.
But for Jamon, you're seeing like each layer just kind of coming down so beautifully. It's like Zakaria's just, and finally it's like doors opening.
Sakari is going to smile and give Sylvanka a kiss on the cheek and says, "At least the Blackhearts taught me pretty good tricks."
Yeah, I would say so.
I need to kiss something. I grab V's mouth and I pull his head for a kiss. I'm like, okay, there we go.
Because of the suddenness of it, Veeth now just looks at German a bit confused.
I would then open the door and walk in.
Okay. Another round of stealth checks as you're going to walk in on this room. So you walk into the room, and we're going to have you just kind of go right into the doorway.
Is the checks with advantage or no?
Still with advantage. You're still technically invisible.
Oh, yeah. Either one worked for me.
Please roll against Sicaria. I forgot that wasn't with advantage. I'm like, oh no.
At least mine's a 19.
Okay. Alright. So, yeah. At least you're being quiet. Not drawing any attention and all. And Sicaria, as you go into the room, perception check it. I know, this is your best. This is going to be your best perception tonight, I bet. Actually is. So as you go in, now technically, I don't know how I can. The orb, you see where the orb is, and it's actually right in the center of this doorway, right there. I think there's a way I can do that, and it's about the size of a beach ball. You know, the big inflatable beach balls that you can have fun with.
Veeth is going to look at it and then look at the others. Do we just grab it?
Probably traps around it.
Well, Sicaria sees the orb, but yet sees two.
I got you, dragon.
You see two, they're like in cloaks, but you see like a stone hand on them and such. In the corners there.
I would let the others know that there were two guards for the orb and say that it looks like they had stone hands.
Oh, look, Rocky and Bullwinkle.
That is the worst.
You still don't expect that from me, do you? Oh, that's the best part with my character. No one really expects what comes out of her mouth half the time.
I think that might be a good thing.
Oh, it is a good thing. I love
So
it. when
Vodka's
that
just kind of doing like a...
the old Helen nose pinch.
So, does anyone else want to move up next to Sicaria? Or what?
How good does that popcorn smell? It's a legitimate question.
Oh, from her popcorn bucket, it's like fresh movie popcorn, you know.
Oh, with butter. Oh.
Sadly, Javon doesn't know what a movie is, but yeah. I'm just gonna watch the other two.
You're going to come join the popcorning.
Yep.
Good choice.
These will go up.
All right. So B will go up next to her. Make your perception check. I think you're the only one that is proficient with perception in this group anyway. Well, next to someone else, but I'm not having her do it just yet. Or she might already done it, just not talking yet. Because she's just nose pinching right now. And we're talking the Helen nose pinch of just shaking her head.
God, I love that.
Come on, beat. Need perception.
Come on. Let's get a good perception.
Yeah, you don't make out any more than Sicaria here. Sabanka just kind of leans in and whispers to both of you. Obviously, the other two are just kind of eating popcorn right now.
This is delicious.
They're
No,
our
no, no,
backup.
no, no.
They're our backup.
And it's like, there is something that might alarm people hooked up with where the orb's at. Obviously, as to how to discern it, who knows? But, yeah. Those, I think, are construct guards. Golems, probably.
And the orb, like you said, probably has an alarm set to it.
Yep.
Do we grab orb, run for tunnel, and flood it?
Would point out to Rita how big the orb was.
This orb is like size of a volleyball, so one person can carry this orb.
And then say, do you think we could grab it from not getting attacked by those that's guarding it and then make it out of here safely?
I don't know. Do you guys want to have a little relay course of this whole school, you know? Get familiar with everything?
Again, that overconfidence that you have is going to get us all killed, or just you.
throws a popcorn at your head.
I tried to catch it with my mouth.
Okay, dex check on that. Dex save. Dex save. If you want to try.
Save.
Let's see if you do that, actually. Alright, I had put the DC at 10, so yeah. She catches it in her mouth, even though it wasn't the best way, it still does.
Well, look at you there, princess. Maybe you'll have some demons throw some ball meat at your mouth.
Oh, right. You guys can't see my camera. I just licked my lips.
I am keeping my comments to myself.
Savalka just looks to you, Veeth, and Sakaria. Obviously, the two that are more interested in getting this orb out and not having major problems in getting the orb out of here. So, what are we going to do exactly? Because obviously, I don't think Dramon and Helena's being much help right now.
You got that right.
At least she admits it.
Victoria would look to see if she could see a trap around the orb. So that would be a perception check or what?
I'll go with survival here. But no advantage. You really don't see any sort of trap work there.
Would look to Veeth and say, there's two options here. We can either grab the orb and run, or we can stand our ground and fight to get the orb.
I love burning idiots. La, da, da, da.
Well, V will look at her and say, "Did you hear my idea?"
Yes, we can do that too. So what would you like to actually do? I mean, I can't tell if the orb is trapped or not.
Oh, you said keywords. I get bored because too much talking, so I throw a bunch of popcorn in your face, Alina. Make a big dex check. I make an arcana check. For the runes and stuff.
Should I, yeah. Can I actually make another dex check for that?
And it's a bunch of popcorn.
Yeah.
1.
Alright.
12, that's cute.
17. Do I make the save?
Yeah, yeah. So
It's a sport at this point.
yeah.
Helena creates a new sport in hell. Popcorn catching.
Yep. Hands free.
Let's see where you at.
You had a 12, Jamon. So as you come around, look in there over shoulders. you just see where if there's a trap, it's so well hidden even from Savanka. Savanka's like, I don't see any traps around it. It's just I know when we pick it up, some sort of alarm is going to go off. That's the only thing there is.
And you'd be correct on that. This is extremely advanced, and honestly, it would make my head hurt if I look at it anymore. So it's going to be a big scene. I mean, I'm ready to kill people, so it's whatever. So yeah, if you want to run somewhere, just let me know. Beast's idea isn't half bad as long as, you know, we're on the right end of the flooding trap.
So let's say we use the flooding trap, but we don't know exactly how many enemies are here.
I'm not in this world. How the heck would I know?
Savanka kind of like, well, if we can at least get back to where we're outside the wall, that's all we got to do, and we can get out of here.
I vote take it and run.
Just understand, I didn't do the athletics course of some school. Obviously, you know, in my school, do you even see any gym equipment around here? No.
Maybe on higher floor.
No, I don't do parkour like some crazy barbarian maybe would.
Sicaria is going to smile and look at Germon and say, does someone need to carry you?
You know, maybe I'd have him carry me if I wasn't worried that he would bite my head off.
I mean, parkour's fun and all, but gets boring after a while. At least in hell it does.
So, who should grab the orb?
Not it! And goes to the door.
Veeth will start walking up to it since he has the... Wait, was his suit fixed?
Yeah, the suit was repaired. Now, I did not ask beforehand, do you have it on or off?
He'll put it on.
All right, you're putting it on. Okay.
It's awkward against the scales.
So you put on the suit and you're going to walk up to the orb.
Yes.
You're up to the orb. What are you doing next?
He's going to look back at the others to see if they're by the door or not. Ready to just run.
You can easily see the anticipation of me being like, I want to get out of here.
Yeah, I know Germon's by the door. I'm like everybody else.
Selena's by the door. Probably just stay in the doorway, really.
So standing in the way.
Ready to run when you need me to.
Sicaria is still at the door, but she's actually in a fighting stance if anything happens.
Thank you.
So
And Sylvanka?
Savanga's going to be right behind Sicaria. So this is what I'm kind of seeing as the setup on the map right now.
Is the door open?
The door is open here. I'm sorry. This is one of those situations we're trying to...
No worries, no worries. No, I was asking just in general.
Yeah, the door's open.
He's going to gesture for everybody to like start moving so that he has a clear spot to just take off and dart.
Okay. Savanka's going to whisper something in Thieves' Cant to Sicaria. I'm going to pull when I go by, I'll pull a couple of the pins. You pull the last two, because I want to make sure I'm out of water before it comes flooding in, as I don't need to be frozen locked up underneath water.
Sicaria would nod and reply me back in Thieves' Cant. I understand. I'll make sure that you are ahead of us when it happens.
She'll nod and actually will kind of move to being in the front. Maybe a German. That way, maybe having a little bit of space. And she's like, try to stay close. You might feel a little faster than normal as she reaches down in her boot tube. And she's still wearing boots and such, and press on a probably a tattoo that's on her leg.
Yes.
So everyone's probably in a ready position.
Mm-hmm.
Or as ready as they'll ever be. Actually,
To show you how ready I am, Helena actually puts away her popcorn bowl and gets ready to run.
Heck yeah.
What is happening?
So yeah, she puts away her popcorn bucket. She's now starting to be taking things seriously.
Actually at the ready.
Yeah.
What is going on?
Don't tell me I broke you.
Well, it's history in the making.
You're not wrong.
Okay.
There's some fuzzy coming. Boom!
Okay. Well, seeing as everybody is ready to go, Beat is going to take as deep and as quiet as a breath as he can. Before grabbing the orb and starting to run.
Alright, you grab the orb, pick it up. Yeah, there is an alarm on this, but this was one that could not have been disarmed. The orb is picked up. You have it now. You're not able to fight. As such, throughout the whole guild, you hear this like high-pitched buzzing sound. Jamon knows what it means.
I don't like this sound.
Sicaria is going to say, we need to get going now.
Okay. Beat is just gonna call. Then go.
Are you running? Is that what's happening? Thank you for the host, Diablo.
I believe we're all running, yes.
Alright,
Yep.
so as you turn to start running, you'll notice that these golems start to move, standing up, and it's actually, they're like in a compact state as they're coming up bigger. Luckily, it's going to take a few moments for this to happen, so no actual initiative as you're not trying to attack them yet. So, with this, even though you are going to probably be doing the dash action with your normal move action, doubling everyone's speed, double that. That is how fast you can go right now.
Wait,
As
excuse me?
you have Savanka with you, and she's actually going to wait till everyone's close enough to receive this
So we have
buff.
we're doing a double move action. And that movement is doubled?
Yes.
Well, you're doing dash action as your action. So, yeah, you're doing double movement. And then you double that. That's actually how fast you can go here. So, for V, that's 160 foot. So, 120 foot for Dramon. Same for Sicaria. Same for Helena. So, yeah. V can definitely get past everyone. So, Vanka is in between. She actually has a 35-foot movement. So, you see, she does about 140 feet in this way. So, y'all start running. So, yeah, Vic, you're going past them. I mean, you kind of like, they're letting you get past them. So, you kind of get this buff, lose it, get it, lose it. You understand what I'm saying as you run forward.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's just able to keep you closer to the group. But you're going to be like 15 foot out in front of Savanka. Savanka is going to be behind you. And then, of course, Dramon, Helena, Sicaria.
Since they all have the same movement, correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, the thing is, Savanka's definitely going to try and move you more at the 120 foot speed as she's making sure everyone's keeping up, per se.
No man gets left behind
Yeah, V
or forgotten.
definitely wouldn't. But he also has the orb, so he's going to try and just stay ahead.
Yes. As such, with this running, y'all will need to make an acrobatics or athletics check when you get to going down the stairs. This is for stumbling purposes and such. Either one. I would almost give V's disadvantage, but due to his strength level, I'm letting him be able to roll straight.
Okay. I'll do athletics.
I'm proficient.
Sylvanka power.
Does it really
No,
matter if you're proficient with a 1?
I know. Fucking sucks.
You've been eating too much.
No, she put away the popcorn. I should have put away the popcorn.
Lucky popcorn bucket.
Yes, it is.
No, didn't you know the popcorn gives her special powers?
Yeah.
So, going down these stairs, everyone's flying down the stairs with no problem. Yes, and rolling a 1, yeah, but she is proficient in skill. Helena, you missed a step. You missed a step. You thinking, okay, I can do a couple extra. Yo, no, you messed up, twisted your ankle, and you rolled down the rest of these stairs. Now, these are like spiral stairs. So
Wee.
Tumble, 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 ow. Tumble, 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 ow.
yeah, and you finally get to the ground, able to get back on your feet. As such, luckily, Savanka probably lets Jamon pass her, as she's just making sure the others would kind of try to stay. She'd rather have the others that can get ahead of her, even if they lose the speed, they're at least ahead of them.
When that happens, because I think pretty sure it'd be pretty obvious that Teller's like, don't forget I have dimension door. So yeah. Sylvanka, just in case.
Okay, well, yeah, in case we might need it. In fact, you know where the floating trap's at, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait there for Sicaria.
All right.
So, with that, they get moving. As you, of course, Veets goes on past the floating trap because he's carrying the orb. He can't do anything else. He's carrying the orb, running. So yeah, he'll get to the ladder. You're gonna kind of stop at the floating trap. As Savanka is coming by you, you see her just reach down, pull a couple of pins, and keeps running with her acrobatics check. It was almost like she did a flip, pulling 2 out, and kept going. And she's not slowing down now. She's actually going full tilt, as she knows what's going to happen when Sicaria gets there.
I say with my Arcana check, it's like I don't think it takes too much of an idiot. It's like she did something to that, so run.
You're going to run because she's wanting you to stay there on purpose for a reason. With
yeah,
Sicaria.
Okay. Yeah, I get you now.
Since you mentioned the mention door. And that was...
Okay. Yeah, I get you now. I was just panicking a little bit.
Yeah. Alright. So, Helena finally kind of limps by. She's still running at about full speed. Maybe a little bit less as... Yeah, she twisted her ankle coming down that set of stairs. And then
Probably with a small headache, too.
Yeah.
Nothing I can't handle.
Yeah.
I had worse.
So Sicaria comes up, is able to pull the last 2 pins out of it.
It instantly sees a door. I push the girl through it.
Alright, wait for her description as she pulls the pins out to, and actually kind of like rubs her foot across it to make it go off.
Alright.
So yeah, I would pull the pins out and set the trap off and basically just keep going and say to Jermon, "Are you ready to go? Let's go."
So when you would say that, you'd see a door appear in front of you.
As you go, now where is the other end of this? So no.
Let's see. So 300 feet, it would be,
You can get all the way to that ladder and such. Now you can't get up above ground with it. You can get all the way to the ladder, so you definitely covering a lot of space.
Yeah, so it's to the ladder.
All right. So yeah, Sicaria, as you just see this door appear, you come right through, and you're right there at the ladders. As V's trying to climb up the ladder, so I already need an athletics check from V again for climbing up the ladder with the orb. Making it fine.
Gotta love that tail.
So, yeah, so Blanca's behind him, making it easy, is ready to catch the orb.
I will be right back.
Okay. So, yeah, as they're climbing up, Jamon, of course, and Sicaria will need to make acrobatics or athletics, either one. Jamon, it's pass. You passing. You're good. You're still climbing up.
No. She's a god. Thought you have your +2 token.
It's a crit failure. Once crit fail.
I tried.
+2 would help there, but thank you.
I tried to be one of those idiot people from Danganronpa, but I got destroyed. Destroyed by a mono dragon.
Okay. So as you get about halfway up this ladder, Sicaria, one of the rungs breaks on you. You're trying to be athletic, it just doesn't work, and you fall all the way back down. Luckily, there's water there. But you do take, due to your falling badly into water underneath you, I know you're a water Janesa, so you're taking only half the damage.
No, that's Tuesday night.
Sicaria. Oh, you're not water Janesa. Never mind, you're going to take full damage.
No. I'm the water Janesa here, buddy.
Yeah, okay. Well, I will need an acrobatics check from you at disadvantage because of your hurt ankle.
I didn't know you needed...
Yeah, now I need that. Yeah, but as I said, bam, you go into the water. You're going to actually take 16 points of falling damage. But Helena is able to get past this rung with no problem and keep climbing up. Alright. So, Sicaria, you gotta try to go up it again?
Yes.
Alright, so it's floating in. Luckily, you don't have to worry about breathing. So you're able to get up it. Due to the water's help going up, but you still need to make another acrobatics check. And this time at disadvantage as the water's on you. And you're not water Janesa. God dang it. Okay, I got one.
Sorry about that.
Good, okay. This time you're able to get up. likes to come up. So as you all are getting out, finally you see Zakaria coming up. Definitely bruised up. And soaking wet, we should add.
Poor Bob.
Yeah, she's going to look down at herself and say, next time, remind me not to wear white.
That's why I wear black.
Well, then.
Okay.
I have a feeling Slavonka may forget that.
Just on the lines of why I like you like this, and leave it at that, as I can't say any more on the stream. But as you have come up, you hear a high-pitched whistle. That one's a looker. And we're going to take a break.
Oh, boy.
So we'll be right back, everyone, and see what happens. Alright, everyone, we're coming back live with the wild cards in their current predicament. As we had left, good old Sicaria coming out, talking about not wanting to wear white anymore, even though Savanka's probably liking the look. Just has a wizard teleport in above him. Come on, face looks familiar. Human wizard.
Uh-oh. Are you going to give it to me or you want me to roll?
You can roll. Can't just give everything to you.
Well, I didn't know if it was that human or not.
Just gotta double check. I mean, it's not a high DC.
18.
Yeah, it's Asterix.
Asterix. I don't say it like that.
Yeah. You see him, like, coming up and talking about how Sicaria's a looker. Now, you gotta understand, there's nothing like Sicaria on this Kataria. So, quite an exotic looking female. Of course, a lot of males would want to own something like this, probably. And probably certain females. What are you going to do as he is starting to come up? And let's just say he's ready for a fight.
I look at Haley and it's like, contact Ben. Let's get out of here.
Helena would contact her father saying we got the orb.
On my way. Even though I didn't use voice mod, but you get the idea.
Yep.
So, you have to wait a moment, too. You don't know. It's not always just, bam, he's going to be right there.
Sicaria is going to send a telepathic message to Sylvanka to see if she would like to help distract this newcomer so the others could escape.
Savanka would just be like, what's your plan on this? And the telepathy on the return.
How about we put on a little show for him? Hopefully that will distract him, like a dance or something. And this is still in telepathic message to her.
Alright. She definitely goes like, alright, kind of just already has like a kind of coming around her. You around Sicaria, she coming around. I gotta get back on tokens. So, yeah. She's going to kind of just come around. Already starting to do a performance check, too. Since you're going to try to do it, you'll distract you the show. I don't know if we're going to go into too many details. And thank you, Diablo, for the welcome back. On how this dance could be. Or
It can
yeah,
be very distracting.
yeah, it's definitely going to be very, very distracting. Luckily, performance is definitely a very strong suit of Savanka's. So, well, this is at disadvantage for him to even look around. Oh, he's focused on Zakaria and Savanka. He's like, his eyes are glued there.
Well then.
So, as that is happening...
As that's happening, Sicaria would send a telepathic message to the others to get out as quickly as they can.
Okay. All of a sudden, Ben does show up a little bit out from you, and this is okay. We're going to just use this. I'm not going to go looking for the other symbol right now. I'll just use this. Ben would show up about right there is where Ben's at. So as Ben shows up, he kind of looks like halfway confused as to what are y'all doing. Looking past you all and sees Savanka and Zakaria doing their performance for the old districts, shall we say.
Do we all notice that he arrived?
Yeah, you all notice.
Vita's gonna point up at the old mage. Vita's big hands. He can hold a volleyball. At least for a moment.
Okay, you do it. You have to do it very quickly, but because it's not that easy on this. But you kind of do that. He's like, "Are we going? What are we doing? I'm here for teleports." And then we gotta get. Actually, it's
like, are we going?
Yes. I just want to be away from my old professor. Yeah. Especially that one. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Get over here, you two.
Brag's here.
all right. So you all gonna move closer. Of course. Waiting for... So here's the situation right now. Savanka and Zakaria can start kind of moving that way. In their performance. Moving further and further away. Depending on how distracting they can make it as they're going to keep the attention just on them and not draw attention to the rest of you is the thing.
And I take it we'd have to do another performance check, correct?
Actually, 2 performance checks. depending on how you roll, it might be just one, because I just got a crit 20 for someone.
Always nice.
Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, so... Yeah. Exactly what they're doing, we're not going to say on stream. Because let's just say it has to get very, very...
Close.
Well, lewd. I'll say lewd would be the word here. But they'll eventually get close enough for Ben. Before this wizard can figure out, the mist starts happening around them.
Oh, when mist starts surrounding them, Sakari is going to blow a little kiss and say, "Ta-ta!"
And then right at the end of it, he hear, "Your homework sucked." Kill the mood.
Ben is kind of like gives a little bit of chuckle as that is. I gotta make sure I word this right so I don't get in trouble here. Savanka would do like a little slap to the ass of Zacharias and just kind of winks at him like, not getting us this time, in a sultry voice as the mist finally envelops you all.
Keith will just simply call out, "Bye."
What does Helena do?
Does Helena throw in a word?
Helena would actually look at the old man and stick out her tongue and pull down like one of her eyelids and go,
Oh.
Better than what I had in mind.
What did you have in mind?
I thought you were just going to call out perv.
Nah. That kind of seems mature for Helena.
So as the mist has enveloped you, you kind of, and you're back on Calfrium's, your island, shall we call it, in the courtyard. You see Calfrium already walking with like another container to put the orb in. It seems to be very overcast though here right now. You just see Calfrium looking around. This better not be like a worried look like this. Better not be from the other orb per se. As he's coming down to you, he just kind of like, well, I don't know what exactly happened, but I'm sure it's going to be a very interesting story looking at Savanka and Sakaria.
Ah, yes, we had some nice actors. Definitely wouldn't mind watching that movie. Actually, that wouldn't be a movie. I'll retcon that. It'd be a play. There you go.
Okay.
I'd watch.
Okay, then. So the box is kind of like placed in front of Beat so Beat can put it down.
Beat will set it down.
All right. As that is, the box is closed and starts being moved away. I need a wisdom check from you. Beat.
Do I have advantage?
It's a
Because
straight
the
roll.
save wasn't ripped?
It's a straight roll. It would have been... It's not per se touching on this orb. It's a look at it, because it's been in your face a lot. So you've been looking at it a lot. Be thankful it's only one roll and not more.
So, wisdom save?
Yes. Okay, you make the save.
Probably barely.
Barely. You almost have this feeling like, I don't want it to leave. Type feeling. You almost have that. It's like, no, wait a minute. No.
Oh. I would have become a golem.
Smeagol, yeah. Ooh.
That is a one line I can do good.
I saw you try to spray something on your lens and it didn't work. So, with that, so Savanka's definitely maybe straightening up the clothing she has on. And she did make this a little bit of a... I've been trying to think of the word. I could till now like a strip tease to really keep the attention going. So, yeah.
A very provocative.
Yes, very provocative dancing.
Sicaria would probably be excusing herself to go get dry clothes on.
Oh, Savanka will be coming with you.
For reasons.
Probably so. So, with that, Ben just turns to the rest of you as Calfram's been taking the ore back up.
Well, I would love to hear how that's all transpired, with a couple, with that. Obviously, you got out without having to fight, though seems like it got close.
I remember there's this junior Ben that let's just say he kept talking about his girl, and let's just say that teacher did a what is it called? It's the illusion spell.
Programmed illusion.
Yeah, that one. So he did program an illusion. So started cloning a bunch of girls, and they all would go up to him and be like, "I hate you! You're a failure in this school, and I would never date a low life like you!" And just crushed his spirit. That professor is just no. You don't mess with it. You don't.
Okay. I'm surprised you didn't want to try to kill him, but again, maybe it's for the best, as that is not a world we really wanted any death unless it is necessary.
Yeah, and I wasn't dumb enough to cross him. So, yeah.
Well, now that we have all the ores, we can start working on the plan for this. It will take a little bit of time to initiate. Now, I could use one other item, but that would require you all getting it from possibly into Rock. I believe the Resistance has been collecting some items to shut down someone else's portal, per se. I was just thinking we could use one of those items to help hold ours open for the good forces to come in to fight.
I mean, I'm willing to try anything. It's just
Go ahead.
nope.
Sorry.
You're first.
You were talking. Go ahead.
Nope. Go for it.
Vith would look at him and say, if we take that from that world, wouldn't it be overrun?
Okay, I'm confused on that. Because
If
he's
you take the item from that one world, wouldn't it be overrun?
Well, you see, I picked a world that's so far out to be invaded for the orbs, but really, any other items, we do not need to pull from there. The orbs are the only thing that can coexist in multiple places. What I'm needing is, we need a special dagger, though the Endbringer is in Balsrell's possession, and kind of in a locked position right now. But I believe there is another ritual dagger the Resistance got. Am I correct?
You're talking about our current world.
yes.
So a while ago, we got that dagger. Yeah, so okay, that works. I had to think about that.
Okay, if you need a reminder, yes, you had already gotten a dagger that's in their safety vault.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So I'd be like, "Yep, we got it for them." So, question is how we get it back without them raising questions.
That would be the situation. Though, maybe Savanka can give some information on this.
Okay. Whenever the two ladies are done ladying, then we can definitely see about it then. So.
Of course. It's not a hurry thing, so we'll talk about it after y'all get some good rest. Wake up. How's that?
Sounds good. Woo.
So with that, yeah, unless you're going to say something else, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I just it came to my. Ask him, was like, but if you have a noise, you could always kill an existence of that professor. No, I won't say that.
So, y'all, unless there's any other RP that happens, unless it's behind closed doors, it's not for stream. any RPs to take place?
I'm just relaxing to myself, thinking it's like, thank God I don't have to see him for a while.
All right. Everyone basically gets a nice short night's rest and such. Morning comes to, nice bread of breakfast, though it's a little later as, well, you did go sleep a lot later. So, y'all are going down for a nice, good hearty breakfast, the works per se, including demon meats and such. So, as you're all congregating there, of course, Ivanka would make it down with Sakaria. Ben's like,
now that you're all here, we have to get a ritual dagger from the resistance, Ivanka. How do you think they can go about getting it?
Ivanka just like, I don't know why you would want that dagger. I'm sure there's another we could go get. But if you're going to try to break in and take it and not tell them, there is a weakness, though. I don't know who would want to be digging. As the backside of the vault system is actually not even been filled in with any sort of stone. Can't get the material at times, so it's basically a full dirt wall. It can be tunneled into.
I can dig.
Mr. Enthusiasm over here.
He kind of just holds up his hands and like bends each finger for like his claws. Help dig pit traps for hunting.
Well, that's cool. But this is not going to be an easy dig, as it's way down underground. But you could get a little closer to do it, as there is a tunnel that runs by it that you could possibly get down into. Here's the only situation. Knowing how they are so paranoid, I don't think you're going to be able to do it without getting noticed. Now, if we really want to get this ritual dagger, maybe you can get it from telling them something that you need it for and such. I mean, I know some of you are good liars. I definitely can't go in there, or, well, I think they would have problems with me.
I can ask. Venus just looks at the group. Question for you all. Knowing how I am, if I asked you a question, would you suspect me of lying?
No, but I think you're damn stupid.
Exactly.
And that's the problem. That you're damn stupid. I wouldn't give you the dagger.
Not so fast, Devon. I mean, this isn't... If B thinks he could pull off doing this, we don't just discount an idea.
So here's the thing about that. Of course, I know if they're stupid like Balsrith was and all that. I mean, of course, we'll let him do it. It's just we need to always have a plan B about these things. So something that's a little bit more reasonable for people that actually have more than one brain cell. Or just a brain cell, really.
Well, I mean, maybe the group going to talk would be the ideal thing. I mean, if they still trust you in any sort of way.
That is the question, dear Ben. How much do they trust us? I know they think we're misfits. But, of course, we have some talented people here. I could help. Or, you know.
Well, why don't we ask Serena if she's already seen them?
Okay, I couldn't hear the Serena part because of the whole voice changer thing. Okay, yep. Alright, let's ask her.
So Serena is called in. She had already ate earlier. I mean, y'all are getting up a little later in the day. She comes in, and Ben, of course, has asked her how the group is feeling about them after doing what they did for her. They think you're heroes. They understand you're quite busy and not really been communicating with them. They wish more communication, but that's what I kind of have been trying to do for y'all. Of course, if you go in, depending on what you're willing to ask for, they may be willing to give it to you.
Now, here's my question, because we could always, you know, lather them with good news and such. Do we bring up the little prime encounters, like Prime Sylvan, Prime Germon, and all that stuff? Like, what should we do? What should we say, you think?
Well, they know you had to go there. If you remember correctly, I think Drache was even Drache that we have running around here gave you an arrow to give. And he's been in contact with them, so they would probably know about it. Maybe a report about how that's been going.
Okay. If you think that everything is succinct to what's been happening, then sure, I guess we all can go and say hi. Alright. Sounds good.
Still kind of nod. Go on. Savon's like, well, I'm not going because I'm half demonist now. So I'm going to have to stay here. But this is a simple job. You don't need me on. Anyone that wants to say anything or talk about anything?
The Beacon's been mainly talking.
Sicaria would give Sylvanka a hug and say, I'll try and get you some more gifts while we're apart.
She'll just grin, kind of give you a kiss on the cheek. Oh, I always love your gifts.
So exactly where are we supposed to meet these others at?
Just for a refresher, they're in Turok, underground. There is an entrance outside of Turok that you can go into, but it's definitely guarded down in the tunnel. There's also the embassy to go through to get there. And then there's another entrance like in between from the embassy and where the main quarters is that you could go down. You know where two of these entrances are because you've already been in them. You usually go through the embassy just because it is a safer checkpoint and it's not locked down like the other one is. The other one's more emergency usage.
Sicaria would look at the others and say, so are we ready to go now, or are we going to wait for a little bit?
Pointing at Veeth.
Veeth looks at everybody and then gestures to the food. Can we eat first?
That's why you eat and talk.
I'm not good at it.
Well, hopefully that brain cell will start growing in you then.
So I take it after you finish eating breakfast for you all, that sort of thing, is when you might decide to go on.
That would depend on if V's ever finishes breakfast.
You would.
Roll a performance check.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it might be an hour, but...
Or two.
He's not a slow eater.
I said an hour. I mean, really getting his fill. So, with that, you finish eating, and obviously you're planning on going. Calfrion comes like, I'm going to have to set you outside Turok. I can't actually go inside Turok now. And some major things have been happening around. So, thinking it's safer to put you down outside it.
Oh, trust me, I don't think we want to ruin that whole "oh, we're heroes" vibe, so...
Of course. Okay. kind of having to send something to someone. So, as Calfram's like, I'll meet you all out in the courtyard. As he goes on out, kind of whistling a nice, happy tune, as it's sun shining outside, no overcast clouds. Okay, so are you all going to go on down to where he's going to do the portal at?
Yep, already been there.
Okay.
Yep.
Zakaria, Helena.
Yes,
Yeah.
Sicaria would.
Helena would.
Okay. So y'all go down there. He opens up his purple portal like he does with his staff. Y'all go through. And you're on the outside of Tarak. Kind of on the western side. I mean, it's the side that's going to be closest to the Wolfgarian embassy. And perception check from all of you. Let's see how much detail you'll notice that's different already. All right. We're going to start with Zakaria. Because she does notice a few things. There's not demons patrolling right there by the gate. As you're walking up. And as you look above, there's actually some sunlight coming down. It's not a total dark cloud. As for the rest of you, as you look more closely, you realize that it's like the demons have been pushed back to a point. There's still heavy, dark cloud cover, but it's obviously been pushed back, and obviously you'll bit from like the gates north are actually in the clear, actually more protected now. But everything south of that is kind of still demons territory. That you've noticed. And as you are looking, the ones kind of like at the gate are paladins, in fact. What are you going to do, everyone?
Oh, joy. Paladins.
Oh, they'll just love you. They probably won't like me much either, but whatever. Anyways. We're just gonna go normal, see what happens.
Alright. So as you're walking up, they're like, oh, hold, wait a minute. You're the group that's been greatly helping the resistance. It's nice to see you finally making it back here.
Sicaria would smile and say, yeah, we've had a lot of things getting our way.
Obviously, you are definitely what we need with resistance. We've heard some good things. Serena actually came by a few days ago, letting us know that you had gotten back from the Prime Qatari. I don't understand. But it's good to see you all. Take it you're needing to go see the others?
Yes.
Well, I don't understand one person here. Just kind of I guess I'm warning you, but there's a Treya here. And she's been looking for you all. I don't know what her problem is with you.
We'll see if we have enough time for her or not. We're very busy. Trust us.
Oh, I understand that by all means, but Trey has kind of been a big help to us as well. I mean, you're having to do things off-world for us, of course, and even on-world. I mean, that's understood. But Trey has been kind of like a force with the demons, beating it back. That's why we're at this point now.
Well, she's been doing a lot here, so she'll just have to realize that she might have to go to a different universe, whatnot. She wants to help us, so we'll see what happens if it happens, you know.
All right. You can go ahead and go in. We have certain storages, as you know, where they're at, but the resistance is actually in better comfort, shall we say. I hate that you're going to have to go across town, but they're set up over in the city embassies now.
Well, thanks for that information.
If you want, I could try to get some horses for you all so you can make time quicker, unless you would rather just walk it.
Sure, why not? That sounds good. What do you three think?
Walking's fine.
I'm good with either.
Scaria, you're the tiebreaker. Walking or horseback?
I wouldn't mind horseback, but I do enjoy walking too.
Okay. Popcorn girl, give me popcorn.
You ain't touching my popcorn.
Then horseback, let's go.
So guards are kind of like confused as to if you're going to ride or walk. It's like, are you wanting to split up? I mean, we could get a couple of you horses or whatever, and the rest can walk.
They're just stubborn. Get us horses, please.
All right. And of course, D&D Tech, someone.
Yeah, buddy, let's do it.
Dang, I thought we might get by this tonight without using that command, but no, of course not.
Silly boy. He thought that would actually work.
You fail your con save. You had to roll a crit.
You think that would work with Helena in here?
Tricks are for kids.
So, you also are kind of standing by the gate waiting for some horse to be brought up to you so you can ride on across town. Cutting about an hour and a half walk to probably about 45 minutes on horseback unless you decide to stop at any place on your way. So with that,
Good.
so with that, you're on horseback and you're right. Are you just gonna ride straight there? What are you gonna do?
Anything.
Straight there.
All right. I figure you. I mean, you are actually passing some shots that's open and such. In fact, one clothing shop opened up that hasn't been opened up here in a long time, but it's back. And that has a favorite tailor of all yours, I would think.
I don't think all of us.
He did make the outfit that Dramon wears.
Can't believe you made this Adidas shirt.
Tempting, but no.
Alright. So you riding on across town unless Zakari wishes to stop. I mean, any one of you could just stop while Risk keeps riding too.
Sicaria would probably decide to stop on their way back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you're all going, you finally kind of like round the corner and it's kind of up. You finally get to the other side. Now, this took you about 45 minutes, and you realize you're going to have to go up street a little bit to get to the embassy part for the city. Now, some of these buildings are war-torn as it is. Being fixed up, though, this might be taking a while. As you ride on up, you see a someone in druid clothing. It's druid clothing's kind of easy to spot at times. And she's like, hate being around her. Actually, I'm trying to remember this person. Where's the name at? Because you've met her once. It's Earth Janasa actually talking about this. Like, she's not wanting to be inside because of someone. And she looks your way. Oh, you finally returned. It's great to see you all. Heard you've been doing a lot of great things.
We try.
Yep. We just gotta keep trying. How's it going on your end?
I've been able to do things even though I can't keep certain things alive around someone right now. Here. Though they're waiting for you.
Okay. We'll go see them. Get them out of your hair then.
Please, because I'm tired of seeing plants die around them. I'm trying to liven up the place and I can't even do that with them around. That's why I'm walking out. It just has gotten to me a bit. Then you see her just kind of walking on. As such, you didn't see Lady Copper Key also kind of outside.
Oh, joy.
You go and approach her because she hasn't spotted you just yet.
I'm not, because
Nope.
Veeth will.
Of course. Okay.
Why not?
So as you approach her, V, she finally like, "Ah, there you are. It's about time you all got back."
We're hearing that a lot.
Well, I've heard great things, even about you. Maybe I need to change my mind. Looking at Helena.
Okay.
So I'll be upfront about this. You probably already knew this, but your son's probably turn eventually. We've tried to deal with it. It was a mess cleaning up that the dust from when he got fireballed. Hopefully I didn't hurt a nerve that.
Someone else is going to take care of that problem. I know he's not dead. That's the thing. They know they're not dead. They're just, I know that is one thing they're kind of peeved at you about. I don't understand why she would be. I mean, he's not dead. He's coming back together. We're sure of that already. Even though how you got it taking so long, who knows? But hey, I give you all credit. You've done an excellent job so far. Thank you also for freeing Serena from that place. I heard that you rescued her and all. That you got in there and found the keeper already dead and pulled her out and such.
This is where I can easily smile and say, "Oh yes, he's definitely becoming to be a great friend to." I definitely enjoy her company, and yeah, I think. Well, there's this one good I knew about. Definitely a lot better than that one. So yeah, I would have her any day.
Oh yeah. So how did it go over there in that Prime Qatari? I know you had to go over there. I mean, I've been waiting to hear how it is.
So, my dumb version and another Jasper. Thank goodness he was a veteran. He wanted to use an Endbringer to bomb. That was great. But Prime Bastille stopped him, so yay for that amazing.
Well, at least that world, maybe things are going to be better and such. Though, as I understand it, their heroes are going to come here now. It's what I'm understanding. So it's all confusing.
Honestly, I would just not worry about it until it happens. To be honest, it's overwhelming. But yeah, we'll help you, as you said.
Oh, yes, yes. Any particular reason why you've come here, actually? I'm just curious. I mean, I know you've been kind of doing things on your own, but yet you've been getting directions from certain gods and such in your doings.
So, saying deity, stuff that guides it. We've been getting advice, and we're going to be needing that Endbringer dagger. So.
It's not the Endbringer. It's another ritual dagger.
Okay, well, we're going to be needing that ritual dagger. Yeah, Bowser's annoying. I kind of want to rub it in his face just how stupid and worthless when he has to deal with me. Because if he couldn't even tell me apart from Mon that I role-played at, I'm pretty sure our little plan is going to be hilarious to in his face.
Oh. Well, exactly where you need that ritual dagger for, I'm interested. I mean, obviously, if it's some sort of plan you have going, it's a possibility I could get it for you. I mean, I have full authority to pull it out in case. As I am one of the leaders.
Viva's thinking if he should tell her about the orbs or not.
Okay. Is Lynn still here? Because I know she's been popping in and out.
I hopefully am still here and hopefully no more issues.
I hope so too. So, do you or Helena want to add anything or say anything as to why you might want this dagger?
I'm afraid to talk because the last time I opened my mouth up, I did get a dagger thrown, and she was creeping me out.
And right now she's creeping you out, actually being nice to you.
Yes, so I really don't want to talk to her right now. I'm just like, yeah, okay.
Sakari's going to say, I would like to try to make a fake copy of it to see if we can actually pull a strange thing off with the demons.
Oh, kind of like doing some sort of trap type deal. Roll a deception on this with advantage right now because you're being. The plan is very convincing. Okay.
Woo!
I think she got it.
Oh yeah, you're so convincing with this that everyone's like, oh shoot. Is that why we're here? You're almost all convinced that this is why you're here for it. That's how.
Steve would not.
Selena just arches an eyebrow at Sicaria, just like, yeah, you came up with something better than mine. Mine would have gotten me stabbed again. But you could just tell, thinking, huh?
Well, it's not
Steve
no.
would have just straight up told the truth. But hey. It's like, hey, we found orbs. Can we have dagger?
That would not have gone over yet, but
See, that would have gotten us stabbed.
yeah. So
What do you mean? What do you mean us?
I'm roping you in this time.
So, Lady Conky, that is an interesting plan. Do you have someone in mind to make this replica to pull this off, or you're going to be doing it yourself? Do you have tools somewhere to do this? I mean, I'm definitely on board on this right now.
I would look at the others to see if they might have someone in mind who could pull off making the fake dagger.
Veith nods and says, we have someone.
Oh, okay. You know what? I'll go ahead and head on down to the vault to get it, because we can't pass up if you got this kind of plan that might actually work. Obviously, with how much success you're having, I'm inclined to already believe it's going to work, so I'll go ahead and go get you that dagger right now.
Oh, sorry.
You can talk right after I finish. But Quintek's inside with Atreya. Everyone's kind of wanting to leave because even though Atreya's wearing white, which can be shocking to a lot of people, that's what she's been wearing. Just that plants and such don't stay alive very long around her. She is still someone not to mess with on stuff. But I'll be back before long. So she'll turn and start heading, obviously, to one of the entrances into the tunnel to go get the dagger for you. With that convincing lie. Of course, Sakari can say what she was going to say.
Sakari was going to tell the lady thank you for going to get the dagger for us. And then after she left, she would look to the group and say, "Oh, that was easy."
Fucking Staples button. God damn it.
What's that?
God. I don't know how to reply.
Then you probably should stop saying stuff like that around me.
Helena would look at me and go, remember that fourth wall I was telling you about? That we're all just characters and actual other people are playing us? They have a building called Staples and they have this little button that when you press it, it goes, that was easy. It's fucking annoying as hell.
Veith would poke Helena.
Will you stop that?
The button doesn't work.
Poke me again and lose a finger.
With all this, I just go in.
You cut out on me there, Beacon.
No, my shit headset. Oh.
Ow. Sorry about that, everyone. I definitely got that too.
Oh. Okay. Is it better, or do I need to get a new headset? Or
It sounds better. It sounds better now. I would say computer because I think your headset's fine. It's just your computer. So.
Anyways, so because it not only does my computer hurt my head, Veeth hurts my head, and Helena's Sugumi Break of the Wall Danganronpa V3 going. I'm just gonna go see a tray. Yeah.
I'm making you give up that easily.
I reject your hope. That's what I said. That.
So, okay, you're gonna go on in and see Atreya.
Yep.
So, yeah. As you're walking up, you actually see where other. Well, you know, you're kind of walking now as you got off the mounts talking. As you're walking up, you see where there is a mount. A beautiful white horse mount. Except it's not a horse. It's like a Pegasus. Fully white. Though it has undead eyes and such in it.
Cool. Almost skeleton horse. Kinda like that.
It's not skeleton per se, as it does have flesh. It's like a white Pegasus. Just the eyes are not lively eyes per se. And you already see minions. You've seen minions look like this, but they weren't white. They're even white, her minions.
Can we just have a tray of black? I liked her minions better than these. These are creeping me out. Same with the white horse Pegasus thing.
So, you tie off your horses at the, per se, sort of like a tie-off bench. Sam, just calm down. Do not let me get, if you're wanting to stream after me, it's getting close to that time. Okay? So, no, we don't need you in here tonight.
Chill, dude.
Yes. So, as you walk into the building, there's still stuff. As you walk in, there's a couple of potted plants inside. Let's just say. It's just like, you see them kind of, basically they're dead plants as you're walking in. And you would hear Quintek just like actually laughing for once. Jamon, this actually brings like a memory of when you had met him once where he was just a jolly guy.
Makes me actually half smile. Yeah. Because I hate seeing mean Quinteks, especially when they threaten my life.
So, as you walk in, you see about a 8-foot tall, white robed, still with a dark scythe and great sword on their back person, along with Quintek, kind of talking with each other. And with what happens next week, we'll find out when we have Atreya White again in this voice chat, which is different from Atreya Black. So, with that, everyone, thank you for coming. Hope you enjoyed it. And keep on gaming. As I say, 22nd at 4:30 Central, my special Witcher campaign will be going on. Of course, until then, Monday night, we continue the siege of Kara with the heroes on that world of Prime. Mukatil is walking with Quintet right now to a meeting. Who from the other group's going to join this meeting is a big question.
Not Bastille.
Yeah, probably not Bastille, but I'm sure we'll have one or two, along with some other people, probably Pepper. Atreya Black might even make an appearance there. We don't know. So...
God, really?
Alright, with that being posted...
Fucking button. God, I hate that damn button. Don't think you guys understand. I'll explain more after stream.
Yeah.
Scroll so that chat can see it.
Yeah, I was wondering why that's not showing up for you. Trying to remember which screen this is. Oh, that one. Dang it. This has not been doing right. Alright. There we go. So roles have not been showing right. I wish people would have let me know that earlier. So, with that, as I would say, next week, Monday, Siege of Kara continuing along into Tuesday, the siege. Maybe one of the first prong attacks will be happening that night on the gate. But more about that Monday night. Keep on gaming. I know tomorrow we got some of these awesome streamers streaming and such, so definitely check them out. And Senator Anubis shots fired at 6 p.m. So check out what he's talking about. I don't know what his topic will be. So with that, keep on gaming, everyone.